Hey, what's up guys? We are back again doing something completely different on the channel today. A lot of you guys have been asking me, hey, do you even play War? What are the best War Day decks? I'm here to show you the 4 best ones that I use personally. They have to be diverse, so they can't have the same cards no matter what deck it is. So I think that log bait is really good because at most, your opponent will only have 1 log, right? So there's a 3 out of 4 chance that you're going to get a great matchup, essentially. And they're not going to be able to drop all their spells in one deck like a giant 3 spell deck because they need the spells for other variations of different decks, right? Like they're not going to run a no spell deck and then stuff all of them in a giant 3 spell double prince deck. It just won't happen. That's why I think log bait is really solid. Sparky is really good. Even if you've got an underleveled Sparky, it does a lot of damage. So your opponent's going to have to be scared no matter the situation. Also, not many people run Rocket in this type of format, so it gets away with a lot of value. Then my third one, I just put a lot of the random cards that I have together at a high level in this deck. I'm sure you guys will end up doing that too. Sometimes higher level cards are just going to be stronger than others. So if you have substitutions that you have in your log bait deck, for instance, depending on the meta, sometimes I'll have Rascals, sometimes I won't. Rascals just got a buff, so yeah, they're really high now. They're doing really well. Maybe I might swap that out in my original log bait deck, but essentially this deck is just my higher mix of cards. It's a lot harder to win when you're running random cards together that have higher levels. And you're going to have to focus on your opponent making mistakes to win with that. And then my last one is going to be amazing in triple elixir, amazing in sudden death. So you want to have a deck with freeze for sudden death, whether it's going to be a lumberjack balloon deck or maybe a graveyard freeze. Whichever one you have higher win condition level, that's the one that I would roll with. Personally, I like this one a lot. It won the World Finals with Mugi. He was able to win against Muhammad Light for $200,000 with this deck. In this deck, you can actually run Baby Dragon instead of Electro Dragon. That's what Mugi used in the World Finals to win the entirety of it. So either one works. My one that's higher is Electro Dragon, so that's what I'm going to be using today. So now let's talk about the events. The best one to do is always going to be Duel. Make sure to go into that first. And if you win, you're going to get a lot more gold, like 3,500, compared to individual wins of only 1,000. So if you want to level up your cards faster and get more benefits from the War Day, always do Duel. Secondary, what I was talking about before, is I will always go into triple elixir. And you can go into a regular 1v1 battle, but I just don't suggest anything else. Usually, sudden death if you've got a freeze deck, or if you've got freeze, go into triple elixir. That will work really well for you. So what we're doing today is we're going to head on in over to Duel, see if we can win 2 games really quickly, and then go to sudden death to finish it off. I upload daily videos on the channel, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss out. Before we get into the action today, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's using creator code SIRTAG. You guys make this channel possible. All right, so jumping into the Duel action, I always pick log bait as my first one because I think it's a very strong contender. No matter what, usually you're going to be able to get a good matchup with it. So I'm just going to play really aggressive, going for the skeleton barrel and see what's up. Also, when I play a strong deck at the start, I'm able to feel out how good my opponent is. So if I win the first game, then I can kind of screw around and use my like over-leveled cards that don't really have a synergy together and see how that works together. So maybe we can go in for a Goblin Barrel here with the Knight tanking and try to get some damage.
Hey,
but if we lose the first one, I'll try way harder and I'll play my better deck out of the 3 decks that are remaining. The other one that's reserved for sudden death, that one with the Lumberjack Balloon Freeze, I'm not going to be playing for a while. The guy does have log, which was something that I was hoping would not happen. So I guess we're going to show you a tougher matchup here today. We will see what we can do though. Usually in this type of environment though, in Clan Wars, you're going to be playing a lot of funky decks. Like you don't know what your opponent's got because there's so many interesting card combinations that people are going to have to create, right? So it's not going to be like a standard deck that you're used to seeing all the time. Anyway, the Knight's going to be able to cross the river. We're not going to be able to get any damage from it, but I can go in for a Goblin Barrel. But when I'm at a low amount of elixir, as you guys saw, I was hovering it. I was like, is that the right decision? So then I wouldn't have an answer to his stuff that he's catapulting at me right now. I'm going to Skeletons off to the side. I wonder if we kill the Dark Goblin before it finishes us off. No! We both go down together. Holding arms, holding hands. It is what it is. So sometimes going in for Skeleton Barrels on the other side where they don't predict it is ideal. Because if we bait out Elixir there, then we can go in for the Goblin Barrel with a Knight and then try to walk with the W, right? So like assume he cycles something there. Now we subtly cycle the Skeleton Barrel on the right-hand side and we bait out most of his Elixir. The Skeleton Dragons are not going to go cohesively with the P.E.K.K.A. anymore. And he's going to have to build up a really big push. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Baby Dragon counter, or not Baby Dragon, Skeleton Dragon counter. Go in for a Bomb Tower here. And the Princess is going to target the P.E.K.K.A. for sure, right? Ooh, okay, you're getting real spicy right now. We know that you want to use another spell, but you're only going to have log in the deck, right? So you're not going to end up having a zap as well. We know that if we protect with the skeletons, you're not going to be able to obliterate that quickly. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in for a Skeleton Barrel here. Hit him up with the Dark Goblin. And, ooh, that peck in the middle was interesting. That was actually incredibly weird. Oh, I think he was trying to kill the Goblin Barrel, so then I wouldn't be able to get too much value. That makes sense. I should log this. We'll be able to kill the Dark Goblin then. And eat the damage from the Skeleton Dragons. As long as they don't lock onto the Princess, that's the only thing I care about right now. I'll go for a Goblin Barrel on the other side. Ooh, please protect. Oh, that was so smart. He knew I was going to try to protect the Princess, and she fell fast. That poison. Very good player on this guy's end. All right, well, Princess at the river. We're going to get that to lock on a tower. He probably goes in for like a Pecker or something soon. Now we can Skeleton Barrel on the left-hand side again. And even though this guy has got a pretty decent answer to us, right? Like, he's got a fast Miner cycle. We're still in this game. We're in it to win it. Princess on the left-hand side, we want to go opposite lane of the Miner Poison player every single time. Otherwise, we give him counter push in lane that he wants to go for. I'm going to log that. He's also going to log me. It's okay. We go for a Skeleton Barrel. We're keeping up the pressure. Notice how low amount of elixir I'm at every single time. I'm never going to be at max elixir in this type of matchup because if we let him get to an elixir count where he's able to peck in the back and then going for a miner, the peck tanks, it's really annoying then. So I'm just not going to vibe with that. Keep going in for Goblin Barrels. Keep up the Skeleton Barrel. We're literally at 3 elixir every single time. As you guys can see, it is working out wonderfully for us. He's going to miner on top of the Princess, so I'm not going to spend any extra elixir there. The Knight on the right-hand side, though, the Knight on the right-hand side put in mad work. I'm going to Dark Goblin here. He's not going to log that, right? There's no way. But a Princess on the other side, maybe we can get that to lock onto the tower, force that extra elixir that way. That's always fun. Go in for the log from our opponent. That's fine. I can log here. I can hit the Dark Goblin too if I need to. Rather just go in for a Skeleton Barrel on the right, and I'll be able to walk away with win there because he has to protect the Dark Goblin with his entire life. If he doesn't, he loses. I'm going to log here, and I'm already back to Goblin Barrel. Didn't matter. I was back to Goblin Barrel before he was back to log, and we would have walked away with a W there. But you know what? Still pretty easy dub. So that was kind of a weird game. I felt like he was a good player, but he's got some level 13 cards, so I think it will be easier for me to just use the Frankenstein deck and walk away with a win. Also, the good thing about the Frankenstein deck that I have, Mega Knight is one of those cards, if you don't have it under-leveled, it's still going to do very well for you, right? Like, it jumps on things and blurrates stuff. A lot of people are running Bridge Spam because their decks will probably be funky too. And Mega Knight is one of those surprise cards that can shock people and allow you to win the game just like that. Snap with your fingers, you give him the Thanos snap. Okay, so I can Goblin Drill here because the Dark Prince is out of cycle. The Spear Goblins are going to go behind that. Looks really good. I think one of the Spear Goblins dies, and then it targets on top of the Goblin Drill. So Royal Delivery and Hunter, along with Magic Archer. Interesting deck. I have Archer Queen as well, guys, so, I mean, it's a little bit unfair. You guys can tell that this is the random deck that I'm running today because otherwise I wouldn't have Archer Queen with it. The reason why Archer Queen is in there is to supplement all the other stuff. If you have one really OP card, like from your main deck, maybe you could substitute it out and put it in your third deck so you potentially have a chance of winning and just try to cycle that card as much as you possibly can. That's another strategy that I've concluded is extremely successful. If you have one card that's really high level and you have a fast cycle deck, maybe those other cards don't matter as much if the Archer Queen is able to give you, like, for instance, 1,500 damage. This guy's card levels in his second deck are a lot higher than the ones that he was running before, so yeah, I mean, this one's going to be a bit tougher of a matchup. Spear Goblins are able to consistently give us that chip, and he's going to end up having Earthquake. So, yeah, not going to be an easy time for us. I'm going to Fireball. Doesn't kill the Magic Archer in time for the Spear Goblins, but it's still okay. Rascals will be able to shut that down, and I think I need to really heavily defend the right-hand side. If I want to be able to win this game, I need to save my Mega Knight every chance I can. But now, I'm in kind of a compromised position. I don't like this. Can we slow roll a Mega Knight in the back and build up a big push? Maybe we sack the right-hand tower and do just that. There's also a chance that I go for Goblin Drill and then I go in for Archer Queen and that works out wonderfully. Without the Royal Delivery and cycle, maybe that's the play. I can Mega Knight at the river with the slow roll of the cannon card. This could work out pretty well. That's what I'm going to roll with right now. The fact is, he doesn't have Valkyrie. So there is that chance that I get massive value with the Queen. She is the Queen for a reason. I'm going to Fireball on top of the Cage Brawler and the Magic Archer, please. Not as much as we needed. Not as much as we needed. But we killed the Dark Prince. Now the Goblin Drill's coming at him. Cannon card is still alive. The Mega Knight jumps onto the tower. That's beautiful. That's sensational. Archer Queen doesn't die. The cannon card is going to get targeted too. Oh, the Goblin Drill, though. It's taking the targeting. That's beautiful. That is sensational. We're back in business. But a Spear Goblin's here. We've got Fireball and we've got Mega Knight. So he's going to go in for a Dark Prince. That's fine. I think we need to save enough elixir to stop him. So I don't know if I'm able to stop it. If I go for a really high Goblin Hut and we pull all those little piggies, do I need to Fireball here? These are the questions that I don't want to ask myself. I think that we're okay not Fireballing. I'm going to go in for the Goblin Drill. I need to Fireball here, though. Oh, please kill the hunter. Let the little rascal girl lock onto the tower. Let the little girl rascal lock onto the tower. Come on, goblins. Come up clutch, baby. Spirit goblins, get it. Yes, sir. So, sometimes these close games of Clan Wars, they just get me, moving and grooving. We pulled out a 2-0 there. Right now, we have not lost a single game in Clan Wars. We've got 2 more to support our clan. Let's see if we can pull it out, baby. So since there is no triple elixir, I'm going to go with my Sparky deck into this. It's always beneficial to just play your Sparky in a regular thing instead of sudden death because, well, if you play it in sudden death, you're going to have a lot of issues with your tower just getting sacked at the start if you don't have a good hand to stop balloon freeze or graveyard freeze. Anyway, in triple elixir, because there's a lot of units on the map, Sparky does mad damage. And on top of that, the rage lasts forever, and it hits so many units at once. So that's why I prefer running this deck into a triple elixir challenge. Obviously, I don't have all my cards maxed out right now, so I can't just make different decks. I got to make something that is universally decent in every scenario. I'm going to snowball here, and I think I can get an Electro Wizard down to eliminate all of the other stuff, right? So it looks like we're probably playing against someone that has a Lava Hound deck from the looks of things. That's what I would guess, right? We saw arrows. Yeah, there's the Lava Hound. In this specific situation, I think it's better for me to go in for a Sparky in the right-hand side and try to make a huge push in the right-hand lane. There's a chance I lose this game, right? Like, Sparky is notoriously extremely good into the our type of deck, but maybe we can get a Mother Witch on top of the balloon and then have it go in the right-hand side afterward. That's what I'm hoping for right now, because the Mother Witch will target the balloon first. The balloon takes my tower, and we're fine here, as long as I can get some amazing Mother Witch counter pressure. So, looks like the Sparky's also going to die. The Inferno Dragon is a bit annoying. We've got Mini P.E.K.K.A in case he wants to spam enemy, which is okay. Snowball! Give me all the piggies! Wait, this worked out way better than I thought. How many piggies can I get? So, Arrow's Zap now completely kills Mother Witch. That's one of the reasons why Sparky isn't that good into a Lava Hound player. But for the most part, you won't be playing against it that much, I would say. Ooh, is he going to drop anything in the middle, or is he just going to let me Electro Wizard here? I think he's going to let me Electro Wizard, so we'll do that. Maybe we can go in for a Goblin Giant in the middle, or maybe we go in for a Mini P.E.K.K.A and a Goblin Giant on the left-hand side and try to take tower there. I think he'll Lava Hound in the back right. So if we Mini P.E.K.K.A here and then we Goblin Giant and then we Rage, we probably can take a tower. That's what I'm going to vibe with right now. See how well this works. There's a chance that we do the dance with the Goblin Giant. Let's go, baby. We can also afford a Mother Witch and a Rage now because we're up a lot more than we were before. Ooh, spicy. So yeah, we're going to rage this up so that we can get some piggies. If we can get some piggies to tank for the Mini P.E.K.K.A, I think I'll be able to take the tower a bit more successfully. There's a chance. Come on, Electro Wizard, put in the work. That's what I'm talking about, because now we can mirror up the Electro Wizard on the other side. Don't know if I take the tower here and defend, but I'm hoping and praying. Please, Mini P.E.K.K.A, go back. Go back, boy. Yes, sir. Okay, this is really scuffed. I might be able to defend this if I Mother Witch here, and then I get another Electro Wizard down. So with 25 seconds remaining, he has to break through a Mother Witch and a lot of other stuff with Electro Wizards being able to get mirrored up. I think we got this on lock. We've got the trifecta, the Illuminati triangle of 2 Electro Wizards and 1 Mother Witch. And they spell doom for our opponent. GG, well played, and peace out. Just like my mama always said, eat your vegetables, and we eat that balloon like the most delicious broccoli you've ever seen. GG, well played, and peace. As you guys can see, even if you play against Lava Hound, I think that you can outplay things. Usually the scariest deck is going to be the Inferno Dragon variation with Miner and then arrows because they can kill your Mother Witches really quickly. But I went opposite lane and I made it happen. So we are 3-0 in the Clan Wars. Let's see if we can secure the last one. So now we're going to head on over to Sudden Death. If you've got Graveyard Freeze or Lumberjack Balloon, this is the challenge that you always want to go into. Let's get that bag, baby. So I don't really want to make the first play, as you guys already know. It's probably a death sentence to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh my gosh, it's going to be log bait. So this is a much easier matchup than it usually would be. As long as the Lumberjack goes back, good boy. That is such a good boy.
The things I do for love.
All right, Inferno Dragon won't be able to lock on. Remember, he will likely end up having Rocket. There's a chance that we go in for a balloon in the other side after he rockets this. I want him to rocket the bowler really badly. It would be such a bad decision on his end. Sir, why aren't you listening to me? Okay, so he's going to Princess in the back. I think we can go in for a balloon here. There's also a chance that I go in for a Lumberjack and then Barbrill. We Barbrill and clean up every single goblin. We're chilling. We're vibing. Electro Dragon doesn't lock on, so I need a Tornado so it is able to kill the Princess. And then I'm considering going in for the balloon here. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for the balloon. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to jump in the cold. Maybe we can do some stuff here. Not happening. Not happening. But no rocket and cycle. That means I can go for another bowler. In this particular situation, as long as you get one good lumberjack, you can pop off and do an amazing amount of damage. So that's what I'm hoping for. I want one good lumberjack to either lock onto the tower or allow me to rage up the rest of my stuff. I could potentially tornado this directly into the barb barrel, but I don't think that's worth it. The Inferno Dragon will kill it anyway. Oh, you know what? I'm so glad I didn't do that to myself. I was considering it. I was contemplating it for a single second. I'm able to lumberjack here. Looks like the boulder is going to be preoccupied by the knight instead. Definitely want to tornado that so we can kill the princess. Smart decision. He is perpetually stacking his princesses, so I can't go in for balloons as often as I want. Good player. Definitely a pretty good player. But, you know what? I want to be... I want to be stupid, apparently. No, I can't lose. I played that so poorly, guys. Now it's really going to be tough. We are hitting triple elixir, though, so maybe we can find our stride. That was the most inconvenient situation possible, especially with the Inferno Dragon about to heat up on the tower. That could have been amazing. That could have been mesmerizingly good. So we're going to tornado that back. I'm going to take so much damage from the goblins again. Oh, my gosh. So I think that log bait is one of those few things, especially when they've got Tesla instead. It can be a tough match. It's not necessarily going to be the easiest matchup in the world. I'm going to balloon here. Maybe we can go for a tornado in the middle. We'll have to wait and see. The lumberjack is coming through. Oh, lumberjack, let's go. Wait. Maybe there's still a chance. Maybe we can do the dance. The balloon is going to lock onto the tower. Let's go, baby. So, see, like that, you can play really poorly in triple elixir sudden death because you don't have to worry about the counter push of your opponent. If you guys have freeze, you don't matter. It really doesn't care how poorly you play. As long as you take a tower, winning ugly still works. And the good thing about Lumberjack Balloon or Graveyard Freeze is all it needs is one good push to take tower, whereas Logbait, like our opponent, it takes a lot of decent interactions for him to take my tower. Subtly, slowly chipping it out. We just take it in one push, one big chomp. So the very first day of Clan Wars, we absolutely crushed it. We won every single game and we got all 900 for our clan. So just the order of operations, I'm going to go through it one more time. Go to Duel, see if you can win all of your games. Then head on over to the sudden death battle with your freeze stack. And then also go to your battle if you have any remaining wins left over. So if you don't lose a game in Duel, you can go into a battle and then just throw your last deck into that and hopefully you can win all of them. That worked out wonderfully for us. Make sure to leave a fat thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe for more content just like this. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.